Alright everybody, hello and welcome. This is lesson 4 of how to practice like a pro. We're going to be introducing two different types of styles of playing your scale. And the first one is just your typical straight eighths pattern. So, I'm going to set my tempo, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to play this in eighth notes. We're going to play to the 9, which means I'm going to play do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do, and I'm going to go all the way up to re. So, and then I'm going to come back down. Even eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, and if you're at home and you have your metronome, you would set your metronome and you would just go 2 notes per beat. That gives you a perfectly even eighth note. T, 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 ta. Alright, so you're going to play your scale to the 9. It's like a full range scale on a slightly smaller level. We do go past do, we go up to re. And you could actually go below do and you could do your scales, your full range scales in straight eighths. But for today, I'm going to be using the worksheet that I created for you, which takes it up to the 9th note. The next style that we can do is our swing rhythm. And that's where you'll have eighth notes, but they're written exactly the same, by the way. It just says swing. So whenever you see that word swing, it means that the eighth notes, which are written identical, the first note is now longer than the second eighth note. So all the downbeats are stretched and all the upbeats are shorter. So instead of ti, 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 ta, you've got do, ba, do, ba, do, ba, do, ba, da. So if we did that with our scale, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so that's our swung version, and then we had our straight eighth note version. Alright, so one other thing that I did put into your worksheets is implied articulations. And what that means is in jazz music, in swing music, they will just write eighth notes with no articulations under them, no slurs, no marcatos or staccatos or whatever. They'll just give you eighth notes. And sometimes they'll assume that you know what we call implied jazz articulations. And what that is, you always tongue the first note, and you tongue the first note and the last note. That's one rule. The other thing is we're going to articulate all the upbeats, but we're going to slur it to the downbeat to kind of give it more of a, instead of do ba do ba do ba do ba da, we're going to go do ba oo ba oo ba oo ba da. So here I am, swung eighth notes with implied articulations. Okay, so I just did my major scales with straight eighth notes and swung eighth notes. Now I'm going to go into my major pentatonic scale. And that's where we get rid of the 4th note, and we're going to get rid of the 7th note. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then the 8th note. Okay, so right, that's our pentatonic. I'm going to do those in straight eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then I'm going to do them in swung eighth notes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. And what I just did was I just played my pentatonic scale. I did go up to mi that time, and I just played pretty much exactly what's on the worksheet that I created for you on line number 3. So that was straight eighth notes, pentatonics. And then last but not least, exact same notes, but with the swung pattern and the implied articulation. Alright, and you should have felt me articulate the first note, and then I was re-articulating on each upbeat and slurring into the downbeat. So that is your straight eighth and swung eighth articulations and rhythms. And hopefully now you'll be able to start, instead of just picking up your saxophone or your trumpet and going, and just being like, oh, I'm done, I know the scale. Now you've got a bunch of different ways you can play it. You can play full range. You can play to the 9. You can play swung. There's 3 different ways of working through my major scale that are going to make me, 1, know the key better, and 2, they're going to make me a better musician, because now I know the scale to the top and bottom of my instrument. I know the scale in straight 8th notes, and I also know the scale in swung 8th notes. And I've also been working my articulations, tonguing each note, and then tonguing the downbeat and slurring from the upbeat to the downbeat on each note. So hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully this will give you a great warm-up, a great kind of understanding of how to start working through your major scales and getting a better idea of them.